everyone, this is still our continuing discussion of Avengers Endgame at 4:45 in the morning.
It's kind of like the quantum realm, this, isn't it? Because obviously for them, like 4 or 5 days will have passed between these videos going out. Like, but for us, it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of...
Because we're the whatever it takes crowd.
Yeah, we're still trapped in this bubble, which is the hour immediately after seeing the film, and we are going slowly mad. Anyway, how was that introduction going for you?
Going well. We're going to talk about our favourite or just the best moments from the film in general, because this film, as we mentioned earlier on, a brilliant film, very messy, but its mess is kind of compensated for by just the sheer amazing just comic bookiness that is shown on screen. I need to talk about Captain America wielding Mjolnir, because
I think I've never heard a cinema screen pop like that.
Right. I was going to say, if there's one thing I could take from that screening and keep forever, I would bottle the sound that people made.
Yes,
when
we were in different cinema screens. So that's interesting. You've said that. It wasn't just because me and you were in one screen. Yep. You were in a different cinema altogether.
In a different town.
And did you get the exact same? Like, on the count of 3, we'll all do the noise it made, right? We'll see how much that lines up, right? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, because context for US viewers, we don't really whoop and cheer in the UK.
British cinema.
Like 3 people clapped, and that's
there was a smattering of applause.
But I felt a primal urge to go, Captain America.
There's very much like the British way to watch films is you go in, you only bring in food or drink that doesn't make a noise. You shut your goddamn mouth and you let other people watch the film. On such rare occasions, I think only largely at these midnight screenings when it's full of super fans, do you get those like moments. And it's the kind of people who applaud when the plane lands, you know, those kind of people. You don't really want to be in a cinema full of them, but in those moments it kind of works. And
it adds to it.
Because it started moving, even though you knew it was only going to be Tony or Captain America. When it started moving, you were like, who's this? And my first thought genuinely was, it's Thor from the past.
Oh.
It's Thor from the past. He's come through with him. It's
I
Thor
actually
from
thought
the
it was
past.
a Valkyrie.
Valkyrie would have been really good as well. I think the thing was, it's obviously comic book nerdery here. Captain America, Steve Rogers, has wielded Mjolnir numerous occasions in the past, and obviously they teased it in Age of Ultron with him being and I loved Thor's reaction, because obviously in Age of Ultron he's very much still in Age of Ultron he's very much insecure Asgardian god, not very certain of his destiny. He's still kind of subservient to Odin and all this, and he's not really had the responsibilities as being Asgard's ruler. By this point in time, when Captain America finally wills it to happen, he's like, yes, my friend, and I want that kind of love and support in my life. And it was just
from Thor.
Yeah, exactly. And the sheer image of just him spinning up Mjolnir with his shield in one hand, and amazing.
Quick question, sir.
Yeah.
Does that mean that when he couldn't move it in Age of Ultron, he was faking, or does it mean that he's somehow become more worthy in the time that's passed?
I think maybe it's a question of worthiness, or just the fact that he had the will to do it. And obviously, the Mjolnir works.
Couple of beers, Saturday night wasn't really the time.
Mjolnir works in mysterious ways,
don't we all?
But also, I kind of like the idea that now that Thor had Stormbreaker, he's just kind of like, I don't care about Mjolnir. You can have Mjolnir, tiny pathetic hammer.
Have the little one.
Have the little hammer.
I know that this doesn't match the lore of the comics, but there is a slight problem with it in the fact that Thor Ragnarok establishes that the god of thunder powers, which are in fact lightning, are Thor's and not Mjolnir's, and yet Captain America uses lightning.
I will say though that Mjolnir is its own enchanted artifact, so I think
it's just in terms of the logic of the MCU, it doesn't really. It does the comics. But
what was your favourite moment?
My favourite moment, I really liked and also hated the Tony Stark death, because it got me so much. It's so well done. I liked a lot of the things that Paul Rudd did, because Paul Rudd is wonderful, and he's wonderful. But the first reveal of Professor Hulk is just...
That's very good.
It's just amazing. It isn't just the selfie with the kids, which I think people will dislike a little bit. Some people like Scott Tilford, because it's a little bit like self-indulgently funny, but it's so good. I mean, the effects in it are great, and everything about
I
it.
loved how the film just dwelled on shots of Mark Ruffalo's Hulk visage because it was so impressive. Like, yeah, we just did
They
that.
put so much money into that. Much more money into that than Michael Douglas's hippie.
I thought that was
I
convincing.
thought
I was very convinced.
It was all right, but it was in IMAX. It did not come across as well.
His
as Mark
down aging looked incredible to me. Like, way better than Samuel L. Jackson's in Captain Marvel, I thought.
I don't. I mean, IMAX is different, so I can't judge.
We're getting into
I just keep,
IMAXs and
talking about
BMAXs. But what was your favourite moment, Cleary?
Well, and I was kind of glad you came to me last. I don't know if I specifically have a favourite moment in the whole film.
What?
Like, don't get me wrong. If you put my gun in my head, I'm going to say Captain America picking the Mjolnir. That was genuinely, I popped my tits off in the cinema for that. Thought it was excellent. But that is the only thing that really stands out to me as a massively, massively standout moment. Because when you talk about moments, like, because you've said, like, Iron Man's death, that's like the major plot point. You know what I mean? That's obviously going to be a thing you remember.
And
It's
it
not-
exists outside this film.
Yeah,
as well.
like,
It's a payoff.
I always think
something else.
moments tend to always be their own separate thing. Like something you can just watch a little clip of out of context. Like the Hulk reveal, for example.
Do you know what I thought your favourite moment would be? And I actually thought this at the time when I watched it. I thought Cleary's going to love that. It was the female Avengers. I thought you would have absolutely loved it.
I did love it, but I majorly loved that because I could envisage the kind of people who would have been sat there watching
the
going,
boiled
I hate
piss.
this.
this is ridiculous. Why would all these women be in the same place? It doesn't make sense. Love that, yeah. But I don't love that because it's a great cinematic moment. I love that because of, like, it's a complete piss boiler.
Imagine if Hela was involved in it.
Oh.
But she wasn't, mate.
Yeah.
You can't ask me to pick out a favourite moment. I've got to imagine one
So,
of them.
your favourite moments? Are you saying that the film has an abundance of amazing moments that it is almost
wouldn't go
impolite to pick one?
I wouldn't use the pejorative amazing. I'd say it's got a lot of, like, it's very entertaining and very broad strokes. But where Infinity War pulls out loads of different bits, which I, like, absolutely loved. Get lost, Squidward. Like, when I watch that back, I have to pause it there just to have a little laugh, then continue with the dialogue. It just didn't quite hit, like, those peaks for me. It was all very up, yes, and very good, but it didn't quite, like, there was no jutting really good bits that really got me, aside from, as we say,
I'm too easily satisfied, obviously, because literally everything was like, oh my god, they've assembled the Infinity Gauntlet with Iron Man's armor. Oh my god, there's Giant Man charging in this heart. Oh my god, there's
Again,
Valkyrie. Oh my god, frothing at the mouth.
all good moments, but not bits where even a couple of weeks' time, somebody goes, oh, what's like the best bits in the film that will immediately jump into my mind. Nothing really does that.
I think the difference between this and Infinity War is Infinity War was both memeable and quotable.
Yeah.
This has a lot of meme moments, I would say, but there aren't that many lines that you remember. I mean, I Am Iron Man will stick out in memory. So Back to the Future was bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry. But they said it.
It's 5 in the morning.
Was really, really funny. But there's so many more of them in Infinity War. I mean, I saw Infinity War 3 times in 2 days. So I think maybe that changed it slightly. And I'm going to go and see this again.
Don't get me wrong, I'm hesitant. Every opinion I've expressed in the last 3 days in your world, the last 30 minutes and hours, and the review I'm going to have to do, which, dear God, exists in your universe but doesn't exist in mine.
They might all hate you.
That's
right
quite
now.
weird.
Time splits.
I'm kind of worried about how I'm going to assess this off an initial view, because, as I say, like, the total lack of, like, genuinely brilliant moments, I might just have not been, I don't know, maybe the boiling hot cinema and Andy Murray's wheezing nostril just, like, didn't allow me to grasp them all the way I wanted to.
It was very well. There were several moments where I was kind of broken out of immersion by just going, ugh.
Yeah, it was too. I don't know. Look, this is one of those things, one of those discussion points where the comments are going to be far more interesting than anything we say, I think, because everybody will have had a different experience of that film. And the true mark of films with great moments is the variety in answers you get in this situation. I think between us, what can we come up with? 3?
Yeah.
I Am Iron Man, brilliant. One of the defining moments of the MCU. Same with Captain America picking up Mjolnir, and then everything else is just, oh, I quite enjoyed that a little bit. Like, there's nothing.
I could list
more than
I
quite
could probably
enjoyed
list
it. Amazed
15,
by it.
20 moments that the comments would. I'm not going to do 15 or 20, but little things.
How convenient.
But then I concede that quite a lot of them will also be quite divisive. I really like the jokes about Captain America's arse.
Yes.
because
was-
it pays
that
off
was funny.
all the marketing.
That was bad.
The posters were like on their backsides, and
That bit
bookies
was
in
funny.
particular.
I can do this all day.
Yes,
I know.
Yeah,
Also good.
exasperation at that. Nebula versus Nebula was very good. I think a lot of the stuff they did with Thanos was very good without being too showy. I think female Avengers great. Fat Thor I loved, apart from the slight caveat. Professor Hulk.
Tossing the Infinity Gauntlet around.
There you go. That was a favourite moment. Korg being there.
Yeah, he was having a
And
good time.
Korg playing Fortnite is
Korg
just
playing Fortnite is brilliant.
Yeah, I love that. I need your help again, friend.
Yeah.
Noob
Korg-
Slayer 69.
But then he doesn't appear for the fight at the end.
Oh, he's busy.
Yeah, he's busy.
Playing
still
Fortnite.
playing Fortnite.
Oh, in the
That makes sense.
noobs. But yeah, so I kind of want to know. We all want to know what your favorite moment from Endgame
We
was.
demand to know.
We have.
Think you were
so
getting out of here
many.
without telling us?
So yeah, please post them down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And head back on over to whatculture.com where we'll start writing stuff, and stuff will already be up and stuff.
You will have seen
and
lots
stuff.
by me.
And me.
But it's just,
Possibly.
it's just genuinely blowing my mind that they can go and read stuff right now that to us
Yeah.
doesn't actually
The
exist.
timeline.
We have to remember to return all of the Infinity Stones
To return
before this point in
return
the
all
timeline.
of the hot takes back to
Yeah.
the exact moment we did them. That's how that works.
And then Clint Eastwood will turn up.
Does that mean
Sorry, I mean Captain
I was
America.
gonna say, does that mean I come back as a really
Joe
old
Biden.
man? As
One
Joe
day.
Don't you think you look like Clint Eastwood?
I look like Joe Biden.
A cross between.
Costume Joe Biden. Oh God! And spoilers, by the way. Yeah, sorry if you didn't know that.
Oh yeah, should have put, go back in time. Put spoilers at the start of these videos.
Yeah, thanks for that.
As always, I've been Ewan,
Simon.
and we'll see you next time.
Laters.
Bye. This video was not sponsored by LucasAid.